Hello and welcome to Baby Einstein in July. I'm your host, Thomas Donegan. In the last episode we looked at Baby Doolittle's Neighborhood Animals, the 2004 version. So now, you guessed it, we're looking at Baby Doolittle's World Animals, the 2004 version. It says, an amazing musical safari of wonderful creatures and natural habitats. And here's Jane the monkey in her animal expedition outfit. Alright, so the 2004 version of Neighborhood Animals was good, not many changes, but even though I still think the original does better. But I wonder if the Baby Doolittle's Neighborhood Animals 2004 version is good as well. Well, we're about to find out right now. Because this season is all about the 2004 remakes as well as the new episodes. And so far the 2004 remakes are good. Well, some are, but many of them still have to be done better. Okay, so let's get started with Baby Doolittle's Baby Doolittle's World Animals. Neighborhood was last one. Alright. Let's look at I'm getting confused with Neighborhood and World now. Let's look at the 2004 version of Baby Doolittle's World Animals. There, I've said it. I'm Thomas Donegan, and this is Baby Einstein in July. As always, we begin with the puppet introduction, like we did with Neighborhood Animals. We just saw the lion, Baby Newton the lion, I'm guessing. And here's Baby Mozart the bear with Baby Beethoven the giraffe, legends and lore versions. And here's our host Jane the monkey swinging on a vine. And she still has the flower on her ear. That song was by Contradance number 4 by Beethoven. And now we're in the opening titles with Contradance number 5, also by Ludwig van Beethoven. The Baby Einstein Company presents Baby Doolittle's World Animals. I know it just says World Animals, but that's the point. Anyway, starring Jane the monkey and her animal friends. And once again, Baby Bach the rabbit, Baby Vivaldi the duck, and Baby Beethoven the giraffe. Again, they could have just stuck with Pavlov and Jane. And here's our first change. We again get more stuffed animals. See, we see if a tiger, guessing that's an elephant on the back, and that's a toucan. There's a monkey, and what you're seeing is a giraffe. But those crashing cymbals, in case you forgot the original, they were done by the monkey playing cymbals, and he was also seen in Baby Shakespeare World of Poetry. So, alright with that change, but they could have done it better. They could have used different sound effects. Anyway, here we are in the overture. The Bartered Bride overture. It's also seen on Traveling Melodies, and it's extended. A lot of fish, monkeys, lions, more. And if you're wondering about Contradance number 4, it was seen on Sing and Play, but it wasn't alone. It was also paired up with Contradance number 2 in Contradance Medley. And Contradance number 5, it's also seen on Baby Beethoven Symphony of Fun. Oh, and some of the stock footage is different as well. You know, the bird's head moved slower when it moved fast. That's another change. Alright, so Jane wears banana earrings and a parrot on her head. She's getting ready to introduce the first segment, the Animals in the Jungle segment. See, we already have trees, and more being drawn, more bushes, and more leaves, and don't forget bananas for the monkeys to eat, because monkeys love bananas. And in Neighborhood Animals, in case you forgot, they have animal drawings, drawings that done by a child. But here in World Animals, they use characters. See, they have the tiger as the tiger. Oh, but they still have the Jack in the Box, or should I say tiger in the box, because a tiger comes out of the box because it's the tiger segment. Guessing it's also going to be in Baby Van Gogh, World of Colors, the remake, and we're going to see that later on in the season. Okay, Jane is a little scared because she thought she saw a tiger, but then she makes the tiger sound herself. And now she's going to roll the film. Oh, is that the tiger Jane scared? That tiger must have done revenge. Tiger, tiger. That was a Bengal tiger. Bengal tigers are orange and black stripes. Not all tigers are like that. Some are snow tigers. They are all white. And that song, In the Hall of the Mountain King by Edvard Grieg, it was originally seen on Art Time Classics, then Classical Animals, of course, and on the rare Classical Collection 2001 CD. I mentioned that when we looked at the 2004 version of Baby Dolittle's Neighborhood Animals. What else? Oh, it also is on the Baby Noah CD. And there's a Baby Einstein movie called Baby Noah Animal Expedition. I think I'll look at that next season, next July. I just gave away a sneak peek of my next season, my third season. That's alright. Now we're into the tropical bird. That tropical bird I'm guessing, is Baby Wordsworth. Oh, they still have the marble tropical bird drop. Yeah, that's a good one. Left side goes first, then the right side, and then both at the same time. And here's Jane, once again, with a magnifying glass, looking at the bird tracks that just came up one by one. They just came up. You know, the tiger segment, the tracks were just there. You know, they didn't come through animation or something. But now we're into the tropical birds. T-R-O-P-I-C-A... Let me try to start over. T-R-O-P-I-C-A-L space B-I-R-D. Tropical bird. And that song, The Bartered Bride Polka by Smetana, that's also seen on Traveling Melodies. Alright, so those tropical birds in the photo were rainbow lorikeets. Alright, so most tropical birds live in the jungle, but others stay in the same area their whole life. And sometimes they are taught to speak words. It makes sense because sometimes we hear parrots repeat things. And of course there are toucans and macaws. So many tropical birds to name. We didn't mention famous tigers. There's Tony the Tiger from Frosted Flakes and Shere Khan of the Jungle Book, and there's Raja, Jasmine's tiger from Aladdin. Any famous tropical birds? Only one that comes to my mind is Toucan Sam from Kellogg's Fruit Loops. Oh, they still have the hopping macaw. That's good. Alright, so now we're into Jane's favorite part, the monkey segment. And they still have the monkey puppet in a banana. Yeah, the silly monkey puppet. Glad they still have that. The only replacement we've had so far are the stuffed animals replacing the jungle setting that the monkey from Baby Shakespeare was in. They should have kept that. Jane's about to run into too late, the banana peel. Oh, I hope she's not hurt. But she's just a little dizzy, that's good to know. And the sound effect before Jane rolls the film, we also heard that when Pavlov rolled the frog film. Alright, so now we're in Monkey, M-O-N-K-E-Y. And here's the Dance of the Comedians from The Bartered Bride by Smetana. And that is also heard on Playtime Music Box. You know, many monkeys live in the jungle. They spend most of their time in their trees. See, that monkey's on a branch. Can you think of any famous monkeys? Well, there's King Louie from the Jungle Book. Curious George, he's very popular in books. Boots from Dora the Explorer. You ever remember watching that show in your time? Used to, but now I kind of given up on it. As some nostalgia things I've given up, but some I don't. I know I'm not giving up on Baby Einstein. What are monkeys in the photos? Palace monkeys. There are over 130 different kinds of monkeys in the world. Okay. Here are the monkeys playing the xylophones. Glad they still have that because the same set music is heard as the monkeys play. And of course, we know they're keeping the original footage of the children. A baby dressed as a monkey as jungle music plays. And now we're into the Jungle Splits puppet show, the Monkeys Jungle Splits puppet show. Here's Jane with a banana, and her brother is about to leave a bowl. Or should I say monkey friend? No, I'll just say monkey friend to be safe. And her monkey friend put a black scoop, that's one scoop, and a pink scoop. Now there's 2 scoops in the bowl. And here's a 3rd scoop, a white scoop. Now there's 3 scoops. Any other scoop would just roll away. Glad they only stuck with 3. Oh, here comes the whipped cream, which comes from above. It fell from the sky. And you can see the monkeys are all covered in little bits of whipped cream. And what better to finish than a cherry on top? Looks delicious. Don't know if I would like to have it, but good eating, Jane and her monkey friend. I don't know what her name is. I don't know what her monkey friend's name is. Alright, so now we're seeing orange as we end the jungle act, and now we're into the ocean act. See all the bubbles coming? That's great. Remember in Baby Galileo Discovering the Sky, wherein they, with the dwarf planet Pluto, you know, all that had was bubbles, nothing but bubbles, and a girl playing with them. Here's the ocean drawing with 5 fish, a sailboat, water, and a cloud. Alright, so that's a clownfish. I don't think it has a name. And here's dolphin. We only see these animal illustrations once. Why? Because the next song coming up is a sing-along song. Oh, here's Baby Neptune the sea turtle. And here's another replacement. The turtle with the hiccups has been replaced by a walking turtle. I think it's similar to the walking frog that we saw in the frog segment from Baby Doolittle's Neighborhood Animals. I say keep the turtle with the hiccups because it makes sense. It follows along with the sound effects. The walking turtle didn't. Oh, but they still have the bubbles. All animals make ocean bubbles. Oh, that Jane in the bubbles segment, that was also it. That's one of the 3 pictures, and I just missed one. The introduction to the tiger segment. Last one's coming up in a bit. Here's Sea Turtle, S-E-A space T-U-R-T-L-E. That was a green sea turtle. And now we have the Deep Blue Sea sing-along. And here's the turtle swimming. We saw green turtles in the photo. Can you think of any famous sea turtles? Note that I said sea turtles. All I can think of is Crush from Finding Nemo. Again, Finding Nemo is celebrating its 20th anniversary, in case you forgot. And now we're into Dolphin. D-O-L-P-H-I-N. Alright, so remember in Baby Mozart in the Magic Flute puppet shows with the dolphin dancing? Yeah, that was a great part, wasn't it? D-O-L-P-H-I-N. Can you think of any famous dolphins? Well, the only famous dolphin we can think of is Flipper, from that classic show Flipper. Now we're into reef fish, or just fish, F-I-S-H, excuse me.
The little fishes, or would you like to take a swim with me?
Just seeing that segment makes me want to watch Baby Neptune Discovering the Water. But we already looked at that this season, but we'll look at it again some other time. That reef fish was a clown anemone. There, of course, we all know there's many different kinds of fish. There's puffer fish, there's lionfish, and fish in school. No, they don't learn things. They're just called school fish. And those dolphin photos were bottlenose dolphins. Okay, so Now we're into the dolphin race, and that they do keep, even though it gets kind of old looking at that for a while. Just see, they have a red, black, and gray dolphins. To be honest, how about a fish replacement? How about we get a fish replacement, since the last animals we saw were fishes in the segment? Oh, well, that's okay, because we still have the Jane Goes Fishing puppet show, where that fish is, well, where Jane isn't looking, and that fish behind her is squirting water at her. And Jane doesn't notice until the final part, where the fish squirts at her one final time, and she loses her fishing pole, excuse me. Okay, so that ends the Animals in the Ocean segment, and now we're seeing Blue. Yeah, great choice. I mean, perfect choice, because ocean is big and blue, as said by Nemo from Finding Nemo. And here's Jane in her safari hat, with her glasses, and she's pulling the rope to introduce the animals on our Savannah segment act. I still see the sun drawing, being colored all yellow, and all we get is a tree. Just a tree. And a whole lot of grass.
Savannah.
Did you know that savannas are also known as grasslands? Okay.
Giraffe.
We all know the animals in our savannah. Have you ever gone to Africa and went on a safari?
Elephant.
I never have, but imagine that. I've seen... Okay, here's the last picture I told you about. It's the walking elephant. There have been numerous Baby Einstein toys that were in Baby Einstein movies. We've seen them in Baby Beethoven Symphony of Fun. There was one in Baby McDonald, A Day on the Farm. And, was there another one? Oh, never mind. I forgot what it was. But I think we'll get to that later on in the season. Alright, elephants go stomp, stomp, stomp as it shakes Jane, as she makes the elephant sound, and then rolls the film. It's kind of the same way Pavlov rolled the cat film in Baby Dolittle's Neighborhood Animals. Here's the African elephant, Elephanti. Here's the Italian Symphony, or Symphony No. 4, First Movement by Felix Mendelssohn. That song is heard on Playtime Music Box. Can you think of any famous elephants? Well, there's Dumbo, the flying elephant. There's Horton the elephant in Dr. Seuss books. You know, Dr. Seuss also wrote, known for The Cat in the Hat, The Grinch, and dozens of others. That was a great one. Okay, so what else was I going to say about elephants? Oh yeah, elephants have big ears, and long trunk, and adult elephants have tusks. Those are elephants' teeth, in case you didn't know. Alright, so next up is an baby dressed as an elephant and shaking a rattle. Yeah, that's still there. That elephant character we saw was Baby Noah, the elephant. And I said before that we'll look at Baby Noah next season. And here's Baby Beethoven, the giraffe, in his updated form. In the original Baby Dolittle's World Animals, they used his original 2000 design, but now here it's 2004. I'll give you that. And here's a giraffe with a kazoo. We saw it before in Baby Van Gogh World of Colors, and now it is in its own short with Circle tries to close its face, but it still keeps coming back and back and back and back. But this is the last one. Glad it's still there. Okay, so here are the giraffe tracks, and instead of Jane rolling the film, she just puts on giraffe spots. It leads me to wonder why they even have the lamp for the film on there. I mean, if they're not going to use it, then why is it there? How about just remove the lamp so we know Jane's going to roll the film in a different way? Here's the African giraffe, Giraffe. And here we're into Symphony Number 9 in E minor from the New World, second movement by Antonin Dvorak. This song was not only on the Classical Animal CD, but it was also on the Baby Galileo CD and the Lullaby Classics CD and Naptime Melodies. And they're all different. I prefer the Lullaby Classics version over. Yeah, Lullaby Classics does better. I would say giraffes are one of my favorite wild animals because they're so tall that your neck can stretch. And my parents always described me as a tall member of my family. Of course, I would never be as tall as a giraffe. Giraffes are like... might be 20 times taller than humans. Here's a baby watching Gigi the giraffe that we saw in Baby Bach Musical Adventure. And she just knocked her down. Here's Lion. Didn't mention famous giraffes. All I can think of is Jeffrey the giraffe from Toys R Us. It went belly up for a while, but then it made a comeback at Macy's. Alright, so we're into the lion segment now. So they still have the stuffed lion in an airplane, and Jane's walking up to a real lion. Guessing that's Baby Newton, but that can't be right because Baby Newton has, like, rainbow mane on his head. Jane made a sound of a dog, which is not the sound the lion's looking for. That's a horse, which is also not right. And, what was the other one? Oh, a duck. So, in the end, the lion just makes his signature sound to show her what a lion is supposed to sound like. And Jane does that. And finally, Jane says, "Do you want to roll the film for me, Mr. Lion?" And the lion's like, "Me?" And Jane says, "Yeah, you." Okay, so here the lion goes. And we heard that sound when Jane introduced the otter segment. Here's the lion, L-I-O-N. Wait, did I say Jane? I meant Pavlov in Neighborhood Animals when Pavlov introduced the otter segment. Oh, my mistake. Alright, so here's the Moldau, or the theme from the Moldau by Smetana. It was on, what was it on? It was in Lullaby Classics. Yeah, it was in Lullaby Classics. Although I don't know if it should be in Lullaby Classics because every other song in Lullaby Classics just sounds soothing and getting you ready for bed. But it's also on the Baby Noah CD. I think you'll like the Baby Noah version because, well, it's all I'll say about it. Alright, so can you think of any famous lions? Of course, there's the Simba from The Lion King and his father Mufasa. Have you watched The Lion King? It's been a while since I've seen that movie. Maybe I might watch that after I'm done with this episode. Oh, here comes the train by Little Tykes with the elephant, the tiger, the monkey, and that lion is the same stuffed lion that flew the plane, trying to catch up with the train. Really glad it's still there. Just like Neighborhood Animals, only a few replacements. But then again, unlike Neighborhood Animals, some of the World Animals replacements are not that good. Okay, but anyways, here's the lion puppet show. You see the lion is roaring like crazy. I forgot to mention that the lion was Baby Newton, the character on the picture. They still keep his original form when they should have used the updated version of Baby Newton like he was originally seen in 2002. That's what I would do. Yeah. So some they kept, some they should have changed, and some they should have kept. There goes Baby Beethoven, the giraffe. At least I think it's Baby Beethoven. I could be wrong. But here's Baby Noah the elephant with Baby Wordsworth, Jane the monkey, and Tiger, or giving us the finale of World Animals. And we hear the medley by Smetana, which only appears on the Classical Animals CD and the Baby Doolittle's World Animals soundtrack CD that comes in some Baby Doolittle's World Animals VHSs. I forgot to mention something about both the Moldau and the Barker Bride Overture. They are both found on the rare Classical Collection 2001 CD. And they should have kept that. Why couldn't it be on other Baby Einstein CDs? Why wasn't it on Baby Noah? If Baby Einstein still made CDs, they should put this in one of their CDs as an Animal Safari CD, or Safari Fun CD, whatever you want to call it. Oh well, we're near the end of Baby Doolittle's World Animals. For some reason, the text is the same color as the Neighborhood Animals credits. Okay, I'll give you that, because they're both animal movies, and they're similar to the Baby Doolittle's Neighborhood Animal credits. Sort of. And they still credit the Blue Sea performer Jack Moss. Of course, we all remember him singing I Know My Shapes. Alright, so Baby Doolittle's World Animals, what do I think of it? I think this and Neighborhood Animals, I can see why Baby Einstein fans would call them, oh, they have Jane the Monkey and Neighborhood Animals movie on the end credits. Cool. Just looked at Neighborhood Animals last episode, but now we're into the Precious Pillow with Baby Mozart the Bear, until 2004 when he was replaced with a koala. But at least they still keep the bear puppet. Anyway, the bear and the fox, as always, are fighting over the precious pillow. And this was originally going to be part of the Animals in the Forest segment with bear, fox, and squirrel. But they never made it. And neither did its songs. All the songs were featured in the soundtrack, and the animal photos were featured in the animal discovery cards. Oh, we're done? Oh, gotta wrap this up. Alright, that was Baby Doolittle's World Animals, the 2004 version. Like Neighborhood Animals, not many changes. Makes sense because all the animal footage was around the same. And, but unlike Neighborhood Animals, the changes were not that great. Although Stuffed Animals was fine, they should have kept the... They either should have brought the original animals... I don't know. The original shot of all these animal sound effects and with the crashing cymbals made by the same monkey that was in Baby Shakespeare World of Poetry. Well, they should have... They should either kept that, or if they were to do stuffed animals, they would have more jungle sound effects, even more than what was heard in the original. And the turtle with the hiccups was replaced by a walking turtle, or is it dancing turtle? I think it was walking turtle, just for me anyway. You should have kept the turtle with the hiccups with the bubbles, because all the sound effects were in sync, and this one wasn't. But still, doesn't mean it's a bad remake. It's just a little mediocre. In fact, I give it a B+. No, maybe not B+, but A-. Yeah, A-, that's good enough. Alright, so... maybe not as good as the original, but still a fine 2004 remake. Alright, so I would say not as good as Baby Beethoven or Baby Mozart, but better than Language Nursery and Baby Bach. Alright, so let's move on to questions and answers time. Today's question comes from Nora. Before I get to her question, she just commented on Baby Bach and says she loves she's a Baby Einstein fangirl, even though she doesn't make videos about it. I can only assume that's part of her childhood, so... And she, too, likes to relive it when she gets a chance. Alright, now on to her question. She asked me this. What are your top 10 cutest animals? My top 10 cutest animals, in no particular order, would have to be dogs, cats, rabbits, ducks, and some other birds. What else? Oh, yes, hamsters, what else? Let's see, I mentioned dogs, cats, rabbits, ducks, and turtles, fish, what else? Monkeys, even though they can be kind of silly, horses, pigs, and cows, and there's so many cute animals to name, I don't know if they should be my top 10, but name you at least 10. Alright, so... guess that's it for today, so... only a few more remakes to go. In fact, 3 more remakes and 1 more new one to go for this season. So... we're approaching the end of Baby Einstein in July Season 2. Enjoying the season so far? I sure hope so. Alright, so... see you in our next Baby Einstein in July episode. This is Thomas Donegan saying, bye for now!